You know, we geek out on many different items for audio and video, including the Movi M5, and we're going to talk about that next.
It's Geekazine's coverage of NAB 2014, and it's brought to you by our friends over at Otherworld Computing, celebrating 25 years.
Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here with Geekazine. I'm here with Sam from Freefly. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing great. Good. You guys have some really cool stuff here. Not as much for the video podcaster, unless, you know, sometimes they'll actually get a person to be a cameraman and they'll want to have that really steady shot. Sure. Or they're doing something a little bit cool, maybe a little viral video on YouTube or something like that. Right. And that's where stuff like this comes in. Now, you have the Movi M5, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, what is this? What is this?
The Movi M5 is a 3-axis stabilization system. So what it does is, as you can see, the camera stays perfectly stabilized in the camera, even when I make terrible human errors in my movement. So
I make tons of terrible humor. I need that for my body.
Right? Yeah. We don't make one for the body yet, but we do make one for cameras. Yeah. I can basically run as fast as I can, and it's going to remove all of those vibrations and erratic movements from my move, so that my camera stays perfectly locked in place.
Okay. Now, this is a fully adjustable. It looks like you got some locking clips on there, so you can probably add or remove items as you need, right?
So yeah, what we're doing is balancing the camera within the gimbal so that when it's not turned on, it's more or less neutral inside the gimbal. So that way the motors only have to work as hard as they need to in order to stabilize the system.
Okay. All right, so you got the DSLR on there, but you have some other items, including an iPhone, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There is an accessory for this system where you can put an iPhone on here, which is a lot of fun.
Why would you put an iPhone on a $5,000 system?
Just to show off, you know, the ultimate accessory for the iPhone, right?
I suppose that's true, right there.
Yeah.
So now you guys, this isn't the only thing that you make. I mean, we're standing in front of this nice motorcycle with a very interesting system here, and we're showing it in the B-roll. What do you got there?
Yeah, so we make a couple different sizes of the same system. So on the motorcycle, we have the Movi M15, which will carry 15 pounds. So you can put it on Alexa M, an F55, a Red Epic or a Red Dragon on there with Cinema Prime lenses, a follow focus. You can fully rig that up with a cinema solution for shooting. Okay. So we've used these on Game of Thrones. I shot with Oliver Stone on a DirecTV commercial with this system.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Shane Hurlbut has used it on a couple of his films. The BBC's used it on some shoots. So it's used on very high production shoots or high value production shoots. As well as simple things too, you know, local commercials, music videos, all sorts of stuff.
Now you also have drones all around here. These look like eight blade drones, right?
Yeah, they're octocopters. That's right. Our company actually started with multi-rotors. Sort of the foundation of our company is aerial shooting. Okay. And the president of our company, Tab Firshaw, is obsessed with stabilized aerial footage, which led him down this path to where we are now, which is taking it from the sky and putting it in your hands.
Yeah, definitely. And being able to have a nice steady shot. I saw a video. They were passing off the camera from one person to the other, and then they showed the completed video, and it's just, you know, where you need to stop and switch cameras and hope you could get a frame that was blended perfectly. You just needed one shot.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It really kind of frees you up to try different things. You know, with Steadicam, a lot of one-shot things were done, like Larry McConkey, who's just an amazing guy. He did stuff with Quentin Tarantino, for example, where they'd have walls that would fall down and they would shoot it so it felt like you were moving through a wall when actually people had to physically move them out of the way so that they could do these crazy shots. You know, that works great, but all of a sudden with something small like this, you can just pass through the window.
Yeah, you save yourself time, you save yourself staff, and a whole bunch more.
Walls on people.
And dropping walls on people. You don't want to do that.
No, nobody wants to do that.
All right. Well, we got one more product there, and we're going to show you, and we'll do that right after this. Of course, all this great action is brought to you by our friends over at OWC, Otherworld Computing. Because, you know, you can't always get a brand new Mac. You can't always get a brand new production system. So you have to upgrade what you've got. And the best part is they have the memory. They have the SSDs to actually make your computer run faster, run better in the environment that you're in. You got a brand new Mac Pro, instead of paying for the high price for Mac memory, you can get OWC memory at a fraction of a price and get a lot more memory out of that deal. They have a lot more over at the website. You can check it out. Of course, if you're looking to buy a refurbished Mac or something like that, they've got stuff like that too. Stuff for your iPhone. phone, stuff for your PC. Did you know you could put an SSD into an old PC using an adapter? I didn't know that. Now I do. Check it out. Go over to geekazine.com/OWC. Geekazine.com/OWC and find out what they got. And then tell me your story. You want to save your Mac? Use the hashtag #SaveMyMac. And tell me why you need memory, and we'll talk about it on air over at Geekazine.com. That's over at Geekazine.com/OWC. All right, we're back, and we've got one more cool product, and this is what really drew me into here.
Sure.
It's a four-wheeled vehicle for your camera. Do you put the iPhone on that too?
You can put all sorts of cameras on there. You can put an iPhone on there if you really want to, just to accessorize a little bit more, right?
And what's it called, first of all?
It's called the Tero.
Tero? Okay.
Yeah, and it's a high-performance remote control car. It will go about 50 miles an hour, and you can carry, again, very heavy cameras like the Sony F55, a Red Dragon, all sorts of different cameras going 50 miles an hour. So
you could literally be driving that little vehicle next to a big vehicle to get like an action scene or just even a car commercial or something like that.
absolutely. Or you can pull yourself behind it on rollerblades if you want to do that.
Oh yeah, that's true too. I never thought of that. What's does it bounce a lot or?
Well, it has vibration isolation system on it. So of course, if you're on an unsmooth road, it might bounce a bit, but we've built a system to absorb and remove that from the footage.
Okay. And if it gets really rough, that's where stabilization comes.
There you go.
Let's talk about price points on all of this. Let's start with this one right here.
Yeah, so the M5 is $5,000 US. The M15, we haven't announced pricing yet. That'll be out probably in the next couple days. Okay. The M10 is $15,000 US. That includes the gimbal, 2 batteries, and the stand, and a fancy cardboard box. All right. Yeah, so the multi-rotocopters, I couldn't tell you pricing on that. The Tero, though, the 4-wheel car, that's going to be priced around $5,000 US. That's without the gimbal, so you'd also need to purchase a Movi to go on that.
So you get the Movi, and so it's about $10,000.
For the M5, yeah.
And how much for the motorcycle behind us?
I don't know. We don't sell the motorcycles.
Or how about the camera mount? That's also
That's
Movi?
the M15.
Okay.
So we'll announce pricing very soon on that system.
All right, cool. Where do people go for more information?
Freeflysystems.com. You can get all sorts of information, or email us at info@freeflysystems.com.
Thank you very much, Sam.
You're very welcome.
All right,
Thank you.
there you go. If you want to increase your production, even with podcasters, sometimes you go crazy and it's like, hey, I got $5,000 in my pocket. Why don't I just get something like that? Yeah, what am I going to do? So, and you can give it to me. You can buy yourself one of these M5s or the upcoming M15 and go from there. It's all good. So, Jeffrey Powers with Geekazine. We got a lot more video. I'm going to get on this motorcycle and right away I like the wind. No, not really. You can check everything out at geekazine.com or youtube.com/Geekazine. Geek out, folks.